Yeah, okay,
Oh,
no,
wait,
it's
no,
gonna be
no, no.
Dairoth
All right,
here,
Dairoth.
so... Interesting. Oh, wait,
No,
okay,
no, there you
we're...
go. I was wondering, does Dairoth have a girl voice? I don't think so. There you go.
I was gonna say, Dairoth jungle because Esmeralda's there, right? Okay, we got baited. But, right now... Okay, they actually get the counter, right? So they get the counter here. Dairoth going to be locked in here for next play Evos. Meanwhile, they do get a very strong roam pick here, Natalia.
So Blacklist International still has that Rafaela in there that can be played by Oh My Venus, and it is still very strong. And it's great with Beatrix as well. It's actually great versus the Natalia, so I will not be surprised if this is the choice for Blacklist. Then again, they still have the Lolita anyways. But when I look at the three heroes that nxpe does have right now, Rafaela just makes a lot of sense in this composition.
At this point, for the mid lane, you want those heroes with a big AoE for the reveal. And that's probably one of the biggest AoEs in the game. There's Eve.
Yeah.
It's a whole square of...
It's a whole square of AoEs and slows.
I think you ban the Claude now if you're Blacklist International. Absolutely great versus three of the heroes of Blacklist International. You just ban it out. Together with the Sicilian, perhaps.
I think especially considering the fact that Ohab had a fine time against 1-1 if he really wants to force Dona into it, right? So we'll see, but first, actually second phase of the bans here coming out here. We're going to see who popped up. They're actually, next play Evos takes out the 1-1 ban. Not sure if we'll see. Okay, you know, this is what we can expect. But there we go. The 1-1 ban coming out here. Like you said, do they want to go ahead and take out another gold lane? Right? Do they want to take out the quad like you mentioned here?
Oh, they didn't.
They take out
No
the
way.
Savior.
Claude is open. nxpe is gonna get that, 100%, right?
Yeah, definitely. So the Balmond ban, they want to limit some of the options for Weiss, which I think is not the best way to go with. There's a lot of heroes that Weiss can play, so
That's true. That's why I don't mind flexing that way deep into the picks.
I think if there's a hero to ban for nxpe, I think it's better if they ban out the Thams. Yep. Renjay.
Hello, Renjay.
And Carlo.
Yep. And yeah, Carlo
Our
hero.
friends from haven't seen in a long time. We'll probably say hi later. So.
Yeah. I think it's much better if they ban the Thams for next play Evos because that's a hero that Natalia might not have a great time like disturbing or invading against. So
very difficult. Plus the AoE, the aura of the Thams usually just you know, it just procs that invisibility out. You don't want that to happen.
right.
So and again, very difficult to really get taken out. Another tanky pick though. That is earlier than I expected.
Oh man, they are actually tempting next play to get the Claude. Honestly, it's just the perfect pick, but at the same time, if you're next play, you're thinking, are they actually allowing us to have a hero that has a lot of impact? Together with the Claude, maybe you can just settle for wave clear, maybe from Lilia or Sicilian again.
Yeah. The big plus, there you go, they did go for it.
I think you go like Rafaela or Grok if you're Blacklist International.
Because they are lacking in heroes that can respond to the Claw, you know, kind of chase him in the middle of the fight. You need that lockdown as well.
I see a big problem though with next play Evos.
Why?
They do not have much health in defense.
Oh, that is,
Right?
no doubt, no doubt.
Like, you are very squishy here.
Oh! The crowd goes wild. They know what's coming.
Here we go. My goodness.
Chills, man. That's chills. Oh my gosh.
And so again, if you're coming in here on your debut, right? Once again, this is exactly what we're going to see here from the Queen. But before we get into that further, you want to score a free elite skin. Comment the hashtag #McDeliveryGamingBuddy and your favorite McDo food. If that's nuggets or the burgers, whatever you choose on every MPL Season 10 stream on the McDonald's PH Facebook page. We're pecking 70. Yes, 70 lucky commenters, guys. That's 70 lucky winners of elite skins. So good luck to everybody. And now, going back to what we just saw here, right? Oh My Venus pulling out the Estes. And speaking of Estes,
the championship Estes. World champion with a skin who just got revealed literally a week ago. Here we go.
I like how it's shaded out here, right, for the load up.
Surprise! It's gonna be a surprise.
Here we go once again, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Welcome to game
there you go!
2, and there it is, the championship skin with the Queen.
Oh my god, this is gonna go down in the history books of Mobile Legends. One of the most epic moments. B-Wise comes back after a season, and now there are audiences. They're cheering for a hero pick. That is
hero pick.
That is how you know that somebody has made a name for themselves.
An impact in the game we all know and love. This is esport legend that, you know, it's very hard to get.
Yeah.
You know, you never see that. You almost never see that in a game.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't know the story, just briefly, right, how much they fought for this skin here and as a community and everything else. So it's great to see here. And also, the Samsung awesome value prediction. This is in Filipino, so, you know, how
10%.
much percent is the win rate? And yes, the 10% controversy that's going on here. But already, early action.
Oh, that's a very good action there from nxpe. They go for Wise and the passive of the... Actually, that's not going to be able to hit. I mean, even the passive is not going to be able to save him. He goes down. It's 1-0 for nxpe. And that's because the essence is nowhere to be found in that scenario.
Oh, that's a great rotation from nxpe, actually, to find... The rotation was from purple buff, orange buff, and then the Scale Blizzard. That's amazing.
It actually is. That's going to be Haji in trouble. Pops up the real world manipulation. Miko cannot get out. Miko is going to be taken for another kill.
My God.
Can I just say the confidence you have here in your teammate to just stay into that, get the heals, and follow up?
They fast cleared the lane when they were being bombarded. Haji actually focused on the minions so that he gets level 4.
And he also kind of just held on until he could be healed enough to take the kill.
Man.
That was nuts.
That's the micro play here coming out from blacklist International, right? So still, we gotta say, nxpe is in the lead here in terms of gold. They got that nice, good first blood here to slow down Wise a little bit. We'll see how they play around that, though, right? They are technically setting the pace here, but blacklist International being quick to get this one back, and they're gonna be fighting for it, right? Again, I want to comment here on H2O, playing, again, an assassin that maybe we're not used to seeing so much, right? But the Hayabusa, you know, how is that going to work? It's not running the jungle emblem. You've got the high and dry. Plus, you have the Natalia looking to focus in the jungle.
Ooh, Wise on the box, just not sturdy enough to withstand the attacks of nxpe. Are going to be able to get a kill, another to the blue side. Oh, my beans on the top side, keeping Oheb alive for the meantime. Again, H2O staking close to the Hayabusa is going to be able to get some action down. Microphobia, though, is able to get a kill on Edward.
But this is going to be great for nxpe Evos because now they understand the strength of their composition, that it is leaning towards on the right side where the XP lane is. And this bottom lane is heavily in favor of the Dyrith because of just the natural matchups between Dyrith and Esmeralda. And what I like about what nxpe is doing is that they actually took advantage of that. They used James to invade the jungle of Blacklist International on the purple side of Blacklist International. And because of that, they had valuable kills against Blacklist International.
Yeah, and now this next turtle is going to be coming up here, and I expect Blacklist International actually to focus on this one. We'll see if nxpe Evos can actually contest this. They're in good positioning. Mikophobia trying to find a moment here, or an angle himself. They're going to reset the turtle for now. So again, the favor here is in nxpe Evos. Donuts to clear that with the blazing duet, but the setup once again.
That's a really, really good pop-up there, but Yelly Hayes won't really get any follow-up. Although Edward's gonna get assassinated there real quick. We got the Domain of the Moon Gods, not gonna be able to keep Blacklist alive. That's a double kill for James, and the Estes gets removed from the map.
I like this. I like seeing James on a more proactive hero here, right? I mean, typically with Uranus, you're not going to see the plays you're making here with the Dyroth here. The big question, though, once again, this is expected from a lineup like this.
Oh my goodness!
And there it is, once again, my point. This is expected from a lineup that nxpe Evos has, but how long can you burn at this strong until Black International comes back into the game. That is the big thing. So if you're nxpe Evos, you need to end the game fast.
Yeah, Yelly Hayes with the Julian ults, man. Those are so many money ults. I love it.
Chains, man. I feel like he's really taking care of. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Up.
And they were separated by a wall.
Exactly.
How do you do that? That is beautiful game play coming in from nxpe Evo.
I also want to commend Micophobius making another move on the bottom lane.
Non-stop action.
Taking a page out of his former captain's book in Onyx Philippines when he was playing with Maloyski.
He learned a thing or two, basically.
I would say a lot more than a finger too, man. That was beautiful. Again, swinging from the mid, way to the bottom. It was just so smooth from nxpe.
Man, right now, like I said, they're going to be taking full control here of this early game. It's 9-1, ladies and gentlemen. nxpe Evo setting the pace and still going. I'm going to clear the lanes here. H2O should be fine. But this is the thing, once again, nxpe Evo, every hero across the table here is able to just continue to press on the gas, keep that fire lit. And at the same time, what can Blacklist International do here to get in the game?
Again, they just gotta keep this mid lane in control, which is not being given up by nxpe. Unlimited damage output is coming from everybody. And right now, they want to take that team fight. Blessing on the Moon Gods is gonna be able to keep everyone alive. But again, that's only for the meantime. It's a 10-1 kill score in favor of nxpe.
Oh man, this is definitely a difficult game to play, especially when there's a Julian and a Natalia.
Yeah.
Definitely difficult. And we even haven't gotten to the point where the COD will be a problem. We talked about this. Blacklist International are letting nxpe Evos pick the COD in the best situation because it is already good versus the Esmeralda and the Eve. With the Wind of Nature, Claude has late game advantage over the Beatrix. It's also great against Estes.
And Oheb did not even let a bullet fly. He got demolished there. But again, answered really quickly, this time around by Blacklist.
Nice shutdown there for Haji here, but still, nxpe Evos, I mean, Mikophobia was eventually going to go down. He's making some insane plays here, and that's what we're going to expect to see, right? Another BOD going to be picked up here by H2O. So the damage is obviously there for nxpe Evos. They want to keep being careful, though, but once again, like you just mentioned, Wolf, Donut, right? He's picking up those items already on this Claude. He hasn't really had to do much, right? He's just farming out of his mind here. So late game, when that damage kind of falls off a little bit on the Natalia, and when you kind of lose that surprise factor, you still have Donut there, right? So we're kind of seeing Blacklist International default back to that kind of Ube strat. They want to stick together. They got to make sure on the same side that Oheb doesn't fall here, right? He's already died twice. He doesn't have any kills himself. And it's got to be the turning point for them as Blacklist International is starting to look for setups here.
I mean, at this point, Blacklist is just keeping Oheb alive. And they're spending so many resources while the rest of their jungle is being invaded right now by nxpe. And for the meantime, again, Mikophobia is nowhere to be spotted on map. He is lurking just like a thief in the night, ready to pounce at the moment's notice.
At this point, Blacklist International really needs to channel the Ube.
Yeah.
They gotta stick together as a 5 unit.
Together now.
But if you do that, you are vulnerable to Yelly Hayes' chains. And that's scary.
I mean, this is the thing, right? You pretty much just choke out Wise here. Wise hasn't had any, I feel like any space, any buffs in his jungle. And
almost zero impact, to be honest,
You're just a
in the
sitting
game.
duck on a Baksha jungle, right? There's not much you can do here. And yes, he's going to get, you know, slowly those items that he needs, but at this point, you can't really do anything. And we're going to see that first Lord going in the hands here of nxpe Evos just for free.
Can I just say, Coach Pao, huge props. You were able to draft a comp that has a Blazing Duet and a Chain. Big AoE hitters, while you take out people who are roaming using the Natalia. I mean, if you look at the draft, it's so squishy. But with Reckless Abandon, they're able to control the map with just enough burst damage.
They find their timings right. This glass cannon build from nxpe Evos is gonna pan out well. They're actually, they have good spread. Because if you factor in also the Hayabusa, that's a lot of pick-off potential.
Yeah, almost unlimited damage output and pick-off potential for nxpe's lineup.
Yeah, I'm wondering too, again, like, when does that fall off, right? When
Oh,
does
yeah,
this,
good question.
When does this lineup that nxpe took to the table here, when does it fall off? Because now we're at the 10-minute mark, right? Luckily, they've got pretty much all the objectives in their favor. They also got that Lord here, so they're feeling good about that. But at the same time, right, I'm going to say it again, they have to end the game even before that 15-minute mark, hopefully. So as they continue to siege down this mid lane, looking for a set of here. Lord is just marching down that bottom lane. They're going to be looking to crack open the base here for a blacklist international.
And there you go, the Lord's on the bottom. It is a 5-man, a 4-man squad here. Edward's on top. Lord is going to get Will down. The Spox is going to be landed, and they're able to defend. Blacklist's AoE is starting to actually get bitten down. Their damage is starting to improve.
That's the wall that they are able to build. It's very difficult to break down, and you saw how quickly they actually fended off the attack from nxpe Evils. Yeah. Not even breaking a sweat.
It's crazy because if you look at Haji doesn't even have that many items.
True,
Right?
that's
true.
true.
He's literally got the Ice Queen wand to help him slow people down a little bit longer, but he doesn't actually have those damage or magic items that he's going to have later on. That's why I'm saying, you know, at some point, nxpe needs to punch this one in to take it to game 3 here, because at some point, too, Oheb's already got the 2 core items he needs.
Yeah.
And if he can survive some of that burst coming out here from nxpe, that's why we see him picking up these defensive items as well. And then you pair up the sustain. If they can just outlast the initial burst from nxpe, they're going to slowly come back into the game as longer it goes.
Yeah, the funny thing is Haji doesn't even want to go for those glowing wands yet. He's going to go for a little bit more armor to withstand the attack from the mid, which is, again, very difficult. So much armor penetration and physical damage is on the side of nxpe, and that's why everyone is itemizing for full armor.
Yeah.
But again, the penetration is also from Yelly Haze. The magic damage from the Julian is also very, very solid.
Yeah. As much as we can say that nxpe Evils is leading this game, and they do have great late game anyways, what they should be doing now is to not run out of patience against Blacklist International. They should not be committing any mistakes, because Blacklist International, they're just masters of these comebacks. They know how to completely control the game and turn it around. So nxpe Evils, just don't run out of patience. Even if this goes late, just don't create many mistakes that Blacklist International can punish.
Basically maximize the Natalia around the map, right? I mean, that's good.
Right.
That's exactly what they're doing, and they're able to secure the Lord because of that. And again, the question is, how much percentage? Who has the greater than 10% or less than 10% win rate? That's funny. Hashtag Samsung awesome always wins.
There you go, right? And honestly, I gotta say, nxpe once again doing an amazing job here with what they drafted, because yes, we pointed out during the draft phase, it lacked a lot of that frontline tankiness, but they don't need it because they're setting base here. And as you guys said, James already sitting 5-0 here. Now a beefed up Lord going to be marching in the bottom side. They're going to be looking to take a turret either at the top or mid lane. Let's see if Blacklist International can defend this. They're starting to get some good damage in too, but there you go. They lose the bottom turret. Now the focus in the mid.
Whoa! The chain of destiny coming in from Yelly Haze, and Blacklist is willed down to the ground. The victory goes over to nxpe. We've got a series, folks.
Oh my god. Yelly Haze with the place.
Exactly.
He's known as half man, half amazing from his prime, as he's able to just make those plays. When he was given the role of the mid laner, is more passive, but this time this is a Julian. You can play aggressively with this hero and set up for his plays, and all it took was an amazing chains play coming out from Yelly Haze, as they are able to melt them down.
You know exactly where it started. It started in the very beginning of the game with that kill on Wise, because as I said, and this is literally a key to victory, enable H2O. And that early kill to give Wise that kind of disadvantage early on, and H2O to just have that confidence and that little bit of a lead, allowed him to just scale into the game and do what he needed to do. And a lot of that too, once again, like you said, the book out of his former team, Picophobia there with the Natalia play just masterfully. And I'm sure out there, he's got a happy teammate.
I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm gonna be waiting for the Facebook comments for
Yeah.
It's gonna be out there for sure. Now, I want to say for this game, majority of it is because of the draft, but not in a way that Blacklist International were actually outdrafted, but more of next play Evo's just having the correct draft and also having the correct understanding of that draft.
Yeah.
Because what we saw was them abusing their advantage over Blacklist International in a very fast manner that Blacklist International, even when they're masters of this Ube strategy, they cannot keep up.
And for a long time, teams have been saying if you fight against Blacklist, don't even try to counter the draft. Just pick your picks and
Yeah.
play better.
Yeah.
But this time around, with the draft of Coach Pao, he was able to actually create a counter draft that actually won on the field. That's a very rare thing to see against Blacklist.
And again, it's something that this is what you kind of want to see from a team like nxpe. Like, you want to see them pull these things out that work in their favor and not necessarily, is a response to everything in the draft here. So again, hopefully, as they've made a statement, right?
Huge statement.
This is all jokes aside about percentages and everything else.